Hi, I'm Ken Shorley. I'm back with another tutorial for the Novation Circuit. This one is a bit of a hack. What I'm going to show you how to do is some finger drumming patterns, but using something which is designed for a different purpose. This is the sample preview screen. You can select, you can go through all of the samples that you have loaded on your circuit, and you can choose the one that you want to assign to drum 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. But I'm going to use this page to do finger drumming patterns. And it's not designed to do this, but it is possible. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, here is the sample preview screen. And what I'll show you first how I've organized the samples. I've used only ones that come with the default pack. Because of the way I like to do the finger drumming, the built-in, where is it? This built-in performance style where you have four sounds. This has an advantage because you can play 2 sounds at the same time. But the ergonomics of this has never really appealed to me. There's 2 things. One, it's limited to just 4 sounds at a time, and everything is in a straight line. So what I like about this is that you can arrange things so that the hand can be in a more natural position. What I've done, I have up in the top 2 rows on this side, I have different kicks. This 3rd row, I have 4 different snares, and the bottom I have claps and a little snap. So with my left hand, I do alternating between kick and snare, or kick and clap. This allows me to keep the hand in a more natural position rather than like this. Similarly, on the right hand side of this screen, I have down here, I have different hi-hats, closed hats, and mostly open hats. That's just a little shaker. What I've done is kept the open and closed hats on a diagonal. It's easier for the way that I do finger drumming. Up here I have some random percussion sounds, just extra things. So these are kind of my spice. What I'm using mostly, these kicks, these snares and claps, and these hi-hats here. All right, now let's do a pattern which is in 8 pulses, but rather than doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, just back and forth, let's do something with a little bit more funk. And we've divided the 8 into 3, 3, and 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So start just with one sound on the left hand, and just play that pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So this is the basic pattern that I'd like to show you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You can do all of the same sample. That's fine. I actually like having 2 similar hi-hat sounds, not exactly the same, so that when you build it, when you play a whole pattern, it gives it a bit more life. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then you can start alternating. Same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And you can mix it up. You can do 2 kicks and a snare as your main part. And then every once in a while, you can do 2 snare. Okay, let's take a different pattern, still with the 8 pulses, but let's mix it up, our 3s and 2s. So rather than 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, let's put the 2 at the front. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then your pattern can change. You can put the snare, the second beat you've got there, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or you can put it at the end, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you'll hear this particular sample has a long tail, which sounds great. When you play on this preview page, because it's a hack, it means whenever you play the next sound, it will cut that sound off, because this will only play one sample at a time. So call it a limitation or call it a feature. You can experiment. Sometimes these patterns just sound better if they're faster. Now, you don't necessarily have to do kick, snare, kick, snare. You can do a whole sequence, which is kind of interesting, just with different kick drums. This really takes advantage of the fact that you've got all these samples to choose from. Okay, let's get a pattern going, because what's nice about this is that you can get a sequence running. You can just groove forever, but you can also record, then add something else. You can do slow, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think the more exciting is to double that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the pattern that I'm playing lasts longer than one pattern. So I'm going to give ourselves 4. Then we can do the same thing, exploring different things on drum 2. And you can keep the same sequence exactly and just use different samples. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Which is kind of cool. So let's record that. And if you really want to get wild, we can add a whole other sequence on drum 3. Maybe when you get to this point, I'm getting pretty busy, as you can tell. You might not want all that layer, but sometimes it's fun to see what's possible. Now, you can, if you want, just for fun, you can take the same idea. I'll just choose a couple sounds here. All right, so I got an organ sound and a bass sound. So if you want, let's start with the organ sound. Using the same sequence, you don't even, I mean, you can figure out what notes you have to play, but you could just create something that matches that energy. Etc., etc. The way you get to the preview sample page, shift drum 1, or shift drum 2, shift drum 3, shift drum 4. So you can have, you can actually set up 2 different screens. I just set up the first screen with my own custom positions for these samples. Again, these are the default samples from the Novation Circuit pack, but I've just moved them around using components to put them where I want them so they're more comfortable.